Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Kay, and here on my channel I share everything nails with you. In today's video we'll be doing a builder gel overlay on my client's natural nails. Now this client usually come in every 4 weeks, but she has a couple events in between, so she's coming in at her 3-week mark for a redesign, and she let me know at her appointment that she'll like to reshape her nails to be a little bit skinnier and more almond versus being oval. Now, I was giving her almond, a skinnier almond before, and I was experiencing a little bit of stress cracks with her. So I went ahead and let her know, like, hey, I need to start shaping your nails a little bit more oval to match the natural shape of your nails, as well as give your sidewalls a little bit more strength. So that's what we've been doing for the past 3 months, and it's been working. I have no problems with the stress breaks on the side of her nail, and she's very active with her hands. So she's washing dishes, hands is in the water, she's typing at work. We will experience a little bit more stress breaks than usual. Usually it's happening on her, I want to say it was happening on her middle finger, pointer finger, and maybe once in a blue moon on her thumb. I have not had any issues with this one, so we're going through a trial period now with this new shape. She will be on the lookout for any stress breaks or any soreness, so we shall see how this goes. I did just let her know, like, hey, this is why I've been shaping you this way. And she was like, you know what? I have been noticing I haven't been having any cracks or anything. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you guys. So here I'm just going ahead to push her cuticles back. I did leave a bit of polish back on her natural nails, and I'll be using my medium diamond sanding bit to take up the existing polish that was left over. I didn't want to really use my carbide bit on her natural nails, so that's why I just go ahead and left whatever that was closest to her new growth. And now I'm just going in with my diamond sanding bit to take up the rest of the polish from her natural nails and making sure her sidewalls are nice and clean. I will go ahead and let you guys watch the prep, and I'll be back once we get to the shaping. All right, guys, here I'm using my 101 180 grit nail file to take her shape in just a little. And I'm starting off at the free edge of her nail with my file going upwards. Her nail does grow downwards, so I try to file from her free edge in an upward motion, and then I go from sidewall to sidewall just to make sure I'm maintaining the shape of the nail, and the peak of the nail will be nice and perfect, and it'll be effortless shaping for me. If her nails, well, if she was using acrylic, of course, I would have no problem with using my carbide bit to create her shape and then going with my hand file to perfect the shape. But since it's our natural nails, soft gel is a little bit softer. So if I was to use my carbide bit to reshape her nails, it would have been a little bit more abrasive and you can cause separation. So I just went ahead. If I'm not using my natural nail file, I'm using my 180 grit hand file to reshape her nails. And yeah, so I'm just making sure I'm putting the nail file underneath her free edge and I'm holding it upward with minimal pressure and going from sidewall to sidewall to create that perfect skinny almond that she's looking for. Now I'm making sure I'm not overfiling the sidewalls because we don't want the integrity of the nail to be weakened. We need that stress points to still be there. So once her nails grow out within 2 to 3 weeks, we won't have that stress crack coming back. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we won't have any problem when she's back. I have not been like pulling for my fiberglass to put on her sidewalls. So yeah, I'm keeping my fingers crossed, guys. So here I'm going in with my medium round head cuticle bit to soften and exfoliate her cuticle. And then I did go in with my buffer, and since I've been back using my buffer, I've been using my Young Nail Primer twice. And then when I go in with my rubber base, I'm scrubbing it in the nail plate just to create a little bit more texture back on the natural nail so I won't have any separation. So yeah, here I'm going in with my mixture that I like to use, both alcohol and acetone to dehydrate our nails as well as cleanse our nails from any dust and debris that may be created from me filing or even prepping our nails. So here I'm going in with my Young Nail Primer to primer natural nails, and I'm going in twice, and then I'll go straight in with my gel bottle rubber base. So here I'm just going in with my slip layer to help that product self-level. And since I debulked their nails and reshaped them, I'm just going with a small bead of gel. I push it closest to the cuticle and then I work my way down the entire nail to make sure that cuticle is nice and sealed and it's looking like it's growing out from our cuticle, guys. So here I am pushing it closest to her cuticle. And this client, I think she likes to look at her nails when she's getting her nails done. So there was a few times where I had to tell her to relax so her nails was pointing downwards. But old habits die hard. So yeah, so I had to tell her a little bit more than usual. And you'll see throughout the video that her hand was just tilted up. She's just so used to looking. We are always talking and she's looking throughout the process. So yeah. So here I'm doing the same thing. I'm making sure I'm pushing that gel closest to the cuticle and let that slip layer that we created help us guide the product down her free edge of her nail. Now her pointer nail is my problem child. So I went ahead and I put a little bit more product on her pointer nail, and then I just cleaned up any little spillage I may have had on her sidewall. And you'll see me go back and use my brush just to help that product that was going down the free edge of the nail to self level right at her apex. So yeah, and I did that way I could go back in and I could shape that pointer nail upward just a little bit more so we won't have our nail growing downward too fast. All right, here I'm going in with alcohol to cleanse that inhibition layer, and I'm wiping the product off. And if you could see, I fold the lint-free wipe the opposite direction, so I'm not putting the product back on our skin. I also like to cleanse afterwards, after the design and everything, and then they'll go in and wash and scrub, exfoliate and so on, and then I'll take my photos. So here I'm just going in with my 240 sanding band just to make sure everything is nice and smooth and ready for her design. Um, this design I seen this nail tech on Instagram. I can't remember her name right now, but I will put her name in the description bar for you guys. So I showed it to my client and I said, "You want to try this?" And she was like, "Yeah, let's go for it." She wanted to do bright, so that's what we did. So we went in with some pigment colors. First, we went in with D&D French tip white, and then we just did a little bit of swirl here and there. And then we went in with our pigment color and transferred that onto the white. I did go ahead and top coat her before going in with the cheetah print design. And for my top coat, I did use Beetle Glossy Top Coat. And I do have a code with them, a discount code with them. So I will be linking that in the description bar as well. So if you guys want to stock up on their top coat, I use their refillable top coat, and I want to say it's like $20. I've been using it on all my pedicures, all my gel polishes, um, toe polish, and so on. And I've been using it on a few of my clients' nails, and the shine has been amazing. So if you guys want to give that a try, it will be listed in my Amazon storefront as well, and that discount code will be listed in my description bar. Let me know if you guys like any the Beetle product. I know there has been controversy about it, but guys, as long as it's not touching the skin and you're using it correctly, you should be good. But that's just what works for me, and I decided to share it with you guys. So yeah. So here I'm going in with my DC, I want to say it was DC Coconut Silk. And I just went over an entire nail with that one. I think I used one coat, and now I'm just going to add French tip white just to create a little half moon, half French design. And then I'll be going in with the pigment colors. So I'll go ahead and let you guys watch this portion, and I'll be back once we get to putting on the cheetah print. Alright guys, so here I'm going in with my dotting tool, and I want to say this black is from Creation and I love using it. I won't use it for full coverage, like a full nail polish of black, because it's so pigmented that it will chip if it's not cured properly. But for nail art, yes, absolutely. I use it for my isolated chrome as well. I'll mix it with a little bit of the Macart nail glue and a little bit of top coat, and it does the trick. But yeah, so I'm just going in with my dotting tool to create the cheetah print, and I'm doing this in no particular order. I'm just going ahead and putting it all over nail and making sure I'm taking her nails away from my eye and making sure the design looks nice and cute. So yeah, and guys, you know I have an accent, so sometimes I do speed it up a little bit. Sometimes I catch myself going back to that pop wall, but yeah. So forgive me if you hear it chip in and out. Yeah. Anyways, so we're just gonna go ahead and do the design on all 5 nail. I'm gonna go ahead and top coat her nails, and I'll be done. If you guys have made it to this portion of the video, please leave me a comment. Let me know how you guys are enjoying my videos so far. I've been getting a little bit more engagement each week. I'm so excited. So everyone that has subscribed to my channel recently, welcome. Thank you so much for joining my community, and to my subscribers, thank you guys so much for hanging with me, motivating me, and loving my content so far. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all. And if you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And yeah, the best is yet to come. And please don't forget to leave me a like. I will leave you guys here to finish watching this beautiful summer design. I will see you guys in my next one. Thanks for watching, y'all. Bye.